create issues when you have, for example, police and fire, correct me if I'm wrong, with your scheduling. People can call off a slew and we can't really do much about it. So that, I kind of feel like when they created that, maybe they should have had a little more thought and behind it when it comes to scheduling for EMS.
And you have to, record keeping is also a big deal now, because what we've had here, unfortunately, a problem has been with our record keeping. But now that can't be the case, because there are penalties now that are associated. And you know, everyone has been talking about, oh, they won't audit, they won't care. Well, you don't know, and you don't want to be the test case either, because the penalties are like $2,500 per violation. And so the last thing that we want to do is be that test dummy, you know, or the test case to, you know, for them to try to audit us and then we don't have our records. So that's a big thing now too, is that they are on the record keeping aspect of it.
So I have a question only because I didn't read all that.
Mm-hmm.
So even though our employees already have paid time off, this is in addition to the paid time that they already have?
Yes. Yeah. But if you had, but just going back to the record keeping with your payroll system, that makes it easier too. But
And it's kind of like FMA, LA, in a sense that you don't have to explain why you're taking the day off. They can't ask you. No, you don't.
Know what we have.
Right, but if you want to call your employer and say, I want to take the day off, you can put me down for FMLA.
But it's possible to keep two separate banks of your paid leave and PTO. That's what my current job does. So you'll know what you have in one leave and one your regular.
Manager Scott, what is those employees, what do they currently have? What is their plan like? They get how many days for the non-contract, non-union?
It's different for the unions. I know right now you get.
Right, yeah, just
and
the
you
union
get, you
aside,
earn a
just the
sick day and a
ones.
vacation. You earn, I think it's one sick day per month, and also you also get one vacation. You earn a vacation. I believe it's 4 hours every payday. So that's just the usual. You get your, what else? But it varies with the, with the unions. And the majority of our employees are in the union. I believe we only have 6 employees that are not in the union, including myself, so.
Right, so that's really what it's applying to the 6 employees, basically. We haven't selected, right? Do we? What? Oh, you want to wait to speak to the HR? Okay.
it's going to be the ordinance, right? On the next. The ordinance is going to be on the agenda. It's just the ordinance will be on your agenda at the next meeting. On Tuesday.
Well, I'd like to just make a statement in regards to that. Yes, by going through the list, and I went through to make sure that the names on the list were appointed within the time frame. One thing I can say is the dates that they have, it needs to be updated to the date that they actually were sworn in. I think I spoke to Clerk Jones about that. So it's like some might have been, they just had it. The month needs to be updated to the time 3 years after when they were sworn in. So if they were sworn in, it should be the actual 3 years, not just wait to the end of the year. So those people on the list should be updated. And then also, we should be looking at if the fact that when people are appointed to positions, commissions, and committees, the residents, they need to show up. So if they're not showing up and they haven't been attending meetings, then we can't continue to function. There's business has to be done. So it's important, especially for all of the commissions, for those to show up. If you don't have a quorum, which was happened last week, the Police and Fire Commission couldn't have their meeting because they didn't have a quorum. I mean, this is a continuous issue that's happening. So if people are not showing up, it should be after the third time. If they don't receive their letter from the chairperson stating that, hey, you haven't shown up, do you want to be a part, what you're going to do, or you're going to have to be, removed, whatever needs to be done. But we can't continue on having people be on committees and they're not showing up. Several of them that's on the Police and Fire, whichever's on the Police and Fire Commission, and the Planning Commission are not showing up to the meetings. So we should not bring in others to replace them. So I'm recommending for the next thing is that we amend the ordinance to state that if people that has been appointed to the commissions, to the committees, all these ordinances needs to be updated to say if they're not showing up after whatever number, we'd have to discuss that number, after 3, and if the chairperson does not send that letter, us as the village board should be the ones to appoint that replacement. We can't just allow persons to stay on the committee for years and never show up. So that's something that I'm recommending for us as a board to amend the ordinances to do that. And that would take care of all these continuous issues with not being able to have a quorum and residents not being a part of the, of these committees to help the village.
Mayor, may I be
And I'd like to,
recognized?
I was gonna,
I want to piggyback on Trustee Fulcher. So if the people are not showing up for the commissions and committee meetings, after so many meetings, she suggested 3? Okay. So she suggested, so some of them, they haven't.
And the language in there, just to clarify, it says that with an unexcused communication with your chair or something, just not showing up.
Okay. So I agree with Trustee Fulcher. Maybe we need to amend the ordinance and also make it retroactive, because some of these committees haven't done anything in months. Years. So make it, I don't know, retroactive to when we started, I don't know. But we need people actually showing up.
well, I was gonna ask Madam Clerk, isn't there an ordinance like that already for the committees and commissions that if a person has, say, 3 consecutive absences and they're not on any type of medical leave or anything?
It's something, I'm not sure if it's in our standing rules or just an ordinance for it. Just, yeah, it is. And upon recommendation from the chair or that committee to the mayor's board, if you miss 3 meetings. If, yes, ma'am, you're right. There is something on our books, and if you read it completely, it will state if you miss more than 3 meetings without a valid reason, and upon recommendation from the chair of the commission or the commission itself to the mayor's board for them to be removed, then they stay.
Then they step down and then we're allowed to have somebody else be appointed for that vacancy.
To fill, and you can be filled to fill that term, which might be just a year or 6 months, and then whatever is left.
But then, Madam Clerk said, it says, at the recommendation of the chair or the committee. So if they never have a quorum, and the chair or the committee as a whole never say, oh, this person needs to step down, they haven't been here in 4 months, then the business is still not being done. So we need to make it so that it's automatic, because
Right.
No, you have to come there to do the stuff. You can't just not show. Whatever your reason is, if you're sick, if you're if you have work responsibilities, whatever it is, you still have to be there to do the work. So that's what we need to protect, the work.
There is an ordinance for the Police and Fire Commission that clearly stipulates that, as well as their state law for removal of commissioners. So it's there. Madam Clerk is absolutely correct. I just want to concur with what she just said, because I think at one point her and I even had a discussion, because we were operating at 4 commissioners, you know, but they all were showing up, and Commissioner Greer was my secretary when I was the chairman. And it is the responsibility of the chairman to meet, but I would like to say that that was a period where the residents were participating. And I just want to make a comment that when it comes to this Police and Fire Commission, it just seems to become so contentious because, you know, I can tell you, I see Roosevelt, I see Donald Patrick, now we have Dolores Buckley. Ed Bradley resigned. I don't want to hear nothing about this September 24th on here. We got the letter. Laney Brown, never seen him. Jonathan White, never seen him. So, you know, whatever we got going on with this Police and Fire Commission, we need to get it right. What annoys me is that the respect of the Police and Fire Commission, when I returned in 2014 and went to the first conference, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing to go down, I forgot where we went, when I first came. I think we had to travel up north for that training. And it is embarrassing for that the people at the table, white, majority white, talk about University Park in our commissioners. It got to stop. And I mean, at minimum, before I leave here on this board, that Police and Fire Commission is going to be right. It's going to be right. So I don't know what's going on. We keep seeing one name drop. We keep saying one person on. We keep hearing one person applied. I'm just telling you now, Ed Bradley, gone. Lonnie Brown, never seen. Jonathan White, never seen. That leaves Roosevelt Martin, Donald Patrick, Dolores Buckley. I'm at the point I don't even care who's the chair. Get it right, because we need police officers and we need firefighters. Matter of fact, village manager or deputy chief, did you all even get your firefighters? Because when I last left, 2017, I think I gave you guys 2 firefighters. I haven't seen firefighters sworn in since. Am I correct? How many left since then? Because I've seen some retirements.
We've lost about 6 to 8, and we're in process of 3. And we haven't hired anyone in probably about 3 years.
That's
maybe
bull.
one person.
That's bull. It shouldn't happen. Bobby Greer sat here, and we know that should not be happening. That's bull. We should not be losing. Chief, where you at bodies? Don't care what the public care. How many people you got over there?
With myself, 15.
Bull again. They should be at 20. At least when I was in Harvey in the 90s, University Park was rolling with 26, 27 officers and a lot of part-timers. This was the place to come. Now, get this damn Police and Fire Commission right. I seen, Vivian ain't here tonight. I seen some swearing in, but I seen it where the clerk can swear in Commissioner Greer tonight for a second term, for another term. But we need to get this together, because this is embarrassing. It needs to get resolved. I'm tired of people sitting up here playing games with the bodies that's on here. I don't care if Timbuktu get up here and be a commissioner. Just long as we get it together and they can have a quorum. Because there's no way this Police and Fire Commission is not getting together. Matter of fact, are we even compliance, Chief, because we were way out of compliance. Am I lying, Commissioner Greer? We didn't have, when I came in 14, they played politics. They were so damn worried about getting 2 damn officers back and lying on me. You didn't have no police letter, no entry list ready, no sergeant list ready, no lieutenant list ready. When I left, we had all that in a lateral. Am I lying? Am I lying? No. I got witnesses. So if we can, let's get this together. I see Commissioner Greer's tonight. Am I seeing it right, Mayor? Commissioner Greer, Vivian ain't here. That ain't my damn problem. I'm not gonna waste my time, my breath tonight, but let's get this right. I don't want to discuss this no more.
And I want to make sure we understand. So we have one person that's not showing up to the meetings, which has been confirmed, correct? Once we swear in Bobby Greer, that would make 4. We need a 5th person in order to make a vote. So if the person shows up, from my understanding, the other person has not been showing up, has not shown up to any meetings in the past 7 months that they know of. So it's 7 months a person hasn't shown up. This is back, the last time when we came in, when we swore in Dolores Buckley as one of the commissioners, and as confirming at these meetings, and the chief could confirm. I hate to put you on the spot, Chief, but how many people has been attending the meetings? It's the same 3, correct? Fire Chief, Chief Richards, that's what he's stating. So no one has been seeing the other person that you keep stating that is on this commission. So that means that person is not going to continue to show up. That's why we need to do something, and we need to have 2 people to be brought in. Because you're going to end up with 4 people, and you cannot vote with 4 people because you need a tie. You need an odd number. No, you can have a quorum, you can have a meeting, but you can't vote. You cannot vote. You can have a meeting, right?
Yes.
Attorney Frazier, I just wanted to confirm, right? Because you should have a tiebreaker.
Yes, but you're saying you have 5. Are you saying you have 5?
They're saying they have 5. They have another person, but no one, the chief stating that they're not showing up. They have not.
This is what I wanted to read. And that's why I wanted, when Trustee Brooks was talking about attendance and you were saying you need to amend, you do, and that's why I think he was saying you have something. You just have to utilize it, because this language, as the clerk was saying, it says a member unable to attend a meeting should notify the chairman to that effect, giving his reasons. If a member misses more than 3 meetings in succession without a valid reason or is frequently absent, the committee, commission, or board shall take appropriate action. So if they give you valid reasons or they don't, and if they just are frequently missing meetings, then the board can take action, and the board, determines what's frequent. So you don't have to create an ordinance. You have something that's in effect. You just have to utilize it.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what you need to determine. So to answer your question, if you are saying, whether it's the commission, the board, if you're making this determination that this person, that 5th person that you're saying, then that's a discussion that the commission, they should first try to determine if this 5th person is somebody that should be removed based on what you have in place already. And then if they determine they should take appropriate action. If you feel like the commission isn't doing what they need to do, then that's when it comes to you. But you do have something in place that you can utilize right now. You don't have to create a new ordinance for that.
Thank you, and that's what I was stating, that the commissioner, if they did not send a letter or reach out, that's on them. It states in there, right? So we don't have to get the response back. We should be able to say we're looking to replace this person, right?
Right, but I would, is it just out of courtesy, you let your
I mean,
commission know, look, this
if
is
we
the
didn't let 'em
concern
know.
we're having.
We let them know.
Yes.
We've
right.
let them know, it's been stated, they've been stating that they can't have meetings because there's no quorum.
Right.
So if the commissioner, the chairperson doesn't do what they're supposed to do, I don't want us to continue to wait for the chairperson to do it.
Well, I think
just
she's
want us to
saying
make
not a
sure.
quorum, but I think what she's saying is that they're never coming to meetings.
Right,
So if they're, that's why I think she's saying that it's not, correct me, stop me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
But she's saying that they're frequently missing meetings, which is that second part of that
yes.
provision in that ordinance. So I think that's why she's saying that, if they're frequently missing meetings, then that's where that second part is coming in.
So I met Commissioner White came in last week, he's changed his calendar schedule, since he's working on the issue. Now he said 20 cars, maybe it's all like it's coming together.
What? No. So, I mean, but then he's gonna have to start coming, because if not, then he knows.
No, hold on. Now because we raised a hue and a cry, now all of a sudden his shift changed and he can come. We discussed it, me and you.
And this applies to all, the planning commission as well. Same thing, same issue. We have a person that's not showing up.
When I was on that committee.
I'm just stating, I want to make sure that we're clear, and the attorneys, Attorney Frazier just stated it, that after the 3 meetings, if they're not showing up for whatever the reasons, and the chairperson of that committee is stating that they need to reach out to them,
Or frequently, that's it, right, I was saying that that's, I'm saying.
or
that that's
frequently,
what the-
correct?
Right, but I do believe that you should give the chairman I don't think the board should just immediately step in. I think the chairman, you need to talk with your chairman and say, hey, the board has a concern about someone not regularly appearing, can you talk with them for us? Now, if they don't take action, they don't address it, then if you feel like nothing's being done, then the board needs to come together and say, okay, look, they're not doing anything, they're not changing, we need to address it. But I don't think that I would just immediately
No,
just
that's what
take over.
We
and
wasn't
just,
trying to, we ain't
you
trying to
know,
take
step
over,
them
just like you said.
Without talking to them.
Ain't nobody trying to take over.
But Commissioner, trustee, you did it though, right?
Did
This,
what?
this is what I'm getting tired of. Maybe it's because as I get to the end of this term, I'm tired of the going merry-go-round. This ain't Keith Sweat. Seriously. We keep going round and round. Did you not confirm who was on and who was off these committees and commissions?
Yes.
Why are we even talking about this? Because
We
if
are-
this ain't gonna go,
we
call
already-
a damn special meeting if we can't get it on the damn agenda and ask the clerk to do it. Because I'm sick and tired of this.
We
Seriously.
already voted on this. We had a whole board meeting conversation about this. The people that we voted on was a part on the agenda packet.
Right.
So it was 2 for the Police and Fire Commission, and it was
Right.
1 for Planning Commission.
Right.
And those the people that should be sworn in.
And you took care of this in August, right? Was it August? So even
We've
before
been doing this for too long, for too long.
This is getting too long. It is what it is. It is what it is. Seriously. Damn.
Clerk?
If I could just remind the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners is an autonomous commission. Am I correct? Yes. Which is not under the governance of the village board. So I think we need to be careful and let the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners either do their job or look at how they can be replaced. Trustee Brooks, you know I'm correct, so you can, oh, yes,
And that's why I was making the statement, the other commissions you can, but with Board of Fire and Police, you can't just jump over them, and that's why I was saying that to you. You've got to let them, you've got to address that with them. You can't just jump over them.
Right.
Can I be
And,
honest,
and,
Madam
and it
Clerk?
has been addressed over and over again. He's been, the chairman has been to the board meetings. We've talked about there's no quorum, you need more police officers. We've addressed this over the past month since I've been in as a trustee. So this is not brand-new information to him nor the Police and Fire Commission.
Yeah, and Madam Clerk, let me be honest. I try not, because like you agree, that I'm not, because you all didn't bother us, and we didn't bother you all. So,
And you guys have, fire and police commissioners have their own attorney.
Right.
Separate from the village's attorney.
Right.
So I think we need to be careful and look at what we're doing and how we're doing it.
right.
As
and-
a point
and-
of clarification, hold on one second.
Okay.
As a point of clarification, what you just read, so if, it implied to me that if the Police and Fire Commission chair or the committee does not do what they're supposed to do, then it goes to the board. Is that correct? Or is that?
So let me say, the clerk is absolutely right. Now, if they just literally are shutting down and they are doing nothing, absolutely you need to step in and you need to do something. But that's why I said, out of respect, you need to first let them know, these are the concerns that we are having. This is the issue that we're having. We feel as if this board is not functioning. We need you to do ABC. And you need to give them the opportunity to do it. That was the reason for saying that to you. But absolutely, this is your Police and Fire Commission board. But so if they're doing absolutely nothing and they're doing this for a period of time, you absolutely have to step in. But I think at this point, the first thing to do is to just address the concern with them and say, we feel as if you've got whatever member, we've got this fifth member, and they're just not, they're not doing what they need to do. We need you guys to fix it. However you fix it, you just got to.
I think it's been informal. Because see, I know the rules and I know what we did. When we worked our ass off in 2015 to 16. We did our job. We brought this village police officers and they were turned around and laid off. They didn't lay off the firefighters. But it was just the fact that once I became trustee, the vice chair became the chair. Seen where they took on their own role, on what to do, but they still were bringing in people. For whatever reason, I guess it started making a shift. Once the person who was the vice chair, who became the chair under me, left, the problem that I have is that you start making up your own rules of having meetings inside Village Hall where the public can't walk in. That's bull. You can't do that. I had a key, and actually when I did wrong, Madam Clerk would actually correct me. So the reason why I said it is because the help is there if they need it. The problem comes in is that when we start talking about what they're doing now, I asked Roosevelt Martin, who's the chair? He said he's the vice chair. I said, are you sure? You need to talk to the mayor. You need to have a conversation with the mayor. And if he come in here and say he lying, that I'm lying, he lying. Because the reason why I'm getting upset is because how much longer, see, you ain't never run in a squad car 10, 20 years like I have. Your body is wear and tear. These guys are approaching 19, 20 years. It is inevitable. Inevitable they're about to retire. My 27th year was last week on Saturday. And trust me, your body can't handle it no more. These guys are doing nothing. When we talked about the contract, they taking everything personal. Police and Fire Commission got to bring fresh bodies to this village, or we are not going to have police protection. They're just going to hang and keep driving until we do something, or until they just decide to turn in and keep saying that this board is messed up, as well as the Police and Fire Commission. The firefighters, at some point, really to be honest, their exams is the easiest. What I don't understand is why are we even sitting here going in circles when we know for a fact, I've addressed Roosevelt Martin, I see we have 3, I don't know, Mayor, who you appointed as the chair, whether it's Dolores Buckley or Roosevelt Martin. I already know Donald Patrick, I coached this kid in football. Everybody else I have not seen, and that's my point. I have not seen them. I don't even know if Madam Clerk even, I think she's sworn in Mr. Brown, but if she sworn in Mr. Brown last year, whenever she sworn him in, he hasn't been to the meetings. Yeah, I'm not even sure, because I remember, Madam Clerk, when she swore these people in, the problem come in is that the Police and Fire Commission is not functioning. We need to, the people want bodies on the street. We gotta be in compliance. And my point is tonight is, once again, we see Ms. Greer here, swear Ms. Greer in, figure this out, but we need to have our meetings. They didn't have enough for a quorum, and that's bad then, because that means it's 3 commissioners. I've been there. Jimmy Young died, it was 3 of us. We had to attend, because we had a Police and Fire Commission hearing. It was mandated that I had to show up, even though I wanted to recuse myself, and other people want to play politics who ain't here no more, but nonetheless, she's here. They could have had a quorum. We got to get the Police and Fire Commission going, figure out this 3rd person. Do you see what I'm saying, Commissioner? Let's stop this going in circles. Get her over with.
Can I volunteer? I'm here. Can I get swearing in too? I saw this one.
You don't want Dan up here. You gonna ignore Dan. You don't want
Dan doesn't want to come. Dan,
He better come up here.
Dear, you look so pretty. Yes, we got to talk. We got to talk.
You gotta keep doing this every time.
To say, do solemnly swear or affirm. You say either one, but not both.
Okay.
Okay?
So I say.
Same to you, Joe.
I would say, do
You should know this one.
solemnly swear. You say,
know
do
it.
solemnly.
She another person that takes their glasses off to read. But she can't read with them on.
Say swear, but you don't say both.
Okay, so I.
Say both.
Okay. So I affirm. I ain't swearing nothing. Dee told me to swear or affirm. I told her I ain't swearing nothing. I affirm. You're my girl. This is my family.
Family.
Okay, we're still in a meeting. 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 Here we are. We're still in a meeting. This is my time.
Your turn, Madam Clerk. I just didn't want you to hurt your knuckles.
Mrs. Greer, I have to ignore. Would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Bobby Greer, having been duly appointed to the office of Board and Fire Commissioners, Board of Fire and Police Commissioners,
Board of Fire and Police Commissioner
in and for the Village of University Park,
in and for the Village of University Park,
counties of Will and Cook, Illinois,
counties of Will and Cook, Illinois,
for a full 3-year term
for a full 3-year term
from November 28th, 2023
from November 28, 2023
to November 27, 2026.
November November
7, 2026, do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold and support
that I will uphold and support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge my duties
of the office
of the office
of Fire and Police Commissioner
of the office of Police and Fire Commissioner.
to the best of my ability.
Oh, Lord, to the best of my ability.
Welcome back. You don't stand before she
Thank
stands.
you all. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Ms. Greer, I am presenting you with your official card, and as soon as we can get an order or one of these ex-fire and police commissioners return their badge, you will get your badge. We'll need you to sign this. Sign it. Sign both of these if you would.
My glasses off.
Sign both.
I was lucky
We're
enough to
still in a meeting. We're still in a meeting.
I gotta shake left hand.
Thank you. I got my D to swear
That's
me
why I
in.
said,
Thank
welcome back, because remember that night I told you, I said, it's time for you to come on.
you. Yeah, thank you, D.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor.
Y'all play too much. Commissioner, you trying to swear me in tonight?
Mayor,
Yeah, that's your pen.
Yeah, we gotta take pictures. I need everybody around me. Everybody surround me. Gotta take a picture.
Nothing. You already know.
Ms. Greer. She has her card, and here's your,
Thank you, big guy.
I will be submitting.
I don't. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
We're talking about these cars. Hey, we're talking about these cars. Yes.
I'm about to go over here and tell him.
Come on, get on up here.
Okay. I want to that one been there for at least 3 months.
3 months.
A red car been there for at least 3 months. We told him about it a couple of times.
I'm about to tell him now.
Okay.
Okay, I got y'all.
No.
All right, is there a motion to go into a brief executive session for the purpose of personnel and litigation?
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Thompson, second by Trustee Fulcher. Opposed?
Aye.